What's up, people? This is KM.Little right here. We're going to be watching Cracker Barrel in full-blown panic mode as Trump torches their woke rebrand. So we're going to be watching this video right here. If you like it, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. Also, make sure you check out my Twitch. Let's go and get straight into the video.
Take me home to the place I belong. What's up, guys? It's Benny. 1 week ago today, the girl boss, feminist, activist, left-wing CEO of Cracker Barrel went on national TV and said this infamously.
Honestly, the feedback's been overwhelmingly positive that people like what we're doing.
Really? Has it been? Seems like it'd be pretty easy to fact check that since you're a publicly traded company and since the internet exists. And so why don't we go ahead and check in? Oh yeah, Donald Trump is now attacking Cracker Barrel. I don't think that's overwhelmingly positive to have the most powerful man walking the earth today attacking your brand and calling for your firing. And speaking of attacking your brand, it looks like investors have roundly turned off on Cracker Barrel. This is the 5-year view, but the 5-day view, of course, is catastrophic as well. Look at this. Cracker Barrel launches their woke rebrand and the stock craters. Ladies and gentlemen, the stock's only upticking right now because President Trump has called them out and is calling for major change. This is a direct screenshot from the investor relation section of Cracker Barrel on their own website. This is what Cracker Barrel is forcing to admit to their investors. Cracker Barrel has not gone well. It is not overwhelmingly positive, as Julie Fless Messina, this is the name of the woke CEO, has to use 3 names in order to show everyone that she's so smart. And ladies and gentlemen, Denny's is trolling you. When Denny's is roasting you with memes, that's when you know you've done effed up. When Cracker Barrel has to attack their own customers, that's when you know you've messed up. They called their own customers a vocal minority. When Cracker Barrel has to get roasted by Jelly Roll, not just Trump, not just their own customers, not just their own investors, but Jelly Roll is now calling them garbage. Says, man, this ain't it, y'all. This was the post on Cracker Barrel. When this is Cracker Barrel announcing their woke rebrand and Jelly Roll comes in. Even though he's trying to and has very successfully lost a considerable amount of weight, probably by not eating at Cracker Barrel, but this is clearly effective Jelly Roll. Anyway, the point is that Cracker Barrel now is in the full-on nightmare panic meltdown mode. Cracker Barrel issues official statement after major backlash on its rebrand. You've shown us that we could have done a better job. Now, we've already covered this mealy mouth PR mumbo jumbo statement where they said effectively nothing and they just used a bunch of double speak and corporate speak to say, please stop destroying our business. We've destroyed it enough. We've asked you to destroy our business. We went woke. Now we go broke. Please don't do that to us.
I think you should have just tested the waters. I think you should have just said, like, hey, people, what do you think about our new logo? We're thinking about going this way. Do you like it? And if people in the comments on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, X, and any other platform, maybe even YouTube, maybe try to be subtle with it and change the logo. Instead of announcing it, that's how you really get stuff through. If you be subtle with it, change it on your Instagram page, but keep it the same on other stuff and just see if they change, if people react to it. And if people react to it, it won't be as big as you actually announcing it. I think they should have just tested the waters instead of just going through and just actually changing it. But I get that you're trying to modernize Cracker Barrel, but I don't know any other way you can really try to modernize Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel known for being like an old restaurant. When you go in there and stuff like that, I mean, who really want to see a self-checkout at Cracker Barrel? I mean, it would be more effective for the restaurant. It would be way more effective at the restaurant because there'd be long-ass lines in Cracker Barrel. But, I mean, do you want more effectiveness or do you want to keep the quality of the restaurant that people known for years? So it's just like, it's not going out of business no time soon. So it's just like, do you want to change it or keep it? But I think they should have just been subtle with it, and it would never been as big.
any sense. They apologize to their brand, to like their customers, their paying customers, but they haven't changed anything. So an apology and a concession without any action change behind it does nothing. Again, Cracker Barrel launching their woke rebrand in Manhattan, in like one of the most limp-wristed left-wing meatpacking districts of Manhattan. Yeah, doesn't work. Cracker Barrel admits they failed with rebrand, and now they're getting the President Trump treatment. Here we go. Cracker Barrel should go back to the old logo, says Donald Trump. Admit a mistake based on customer response, the ultimate poll, and manage the company better than ever before. They got $1 billion worth of free publicity if they play their cards right. Very tricky to do, but a great opportunity. Have a major news conference today. Make Cracker Barrel a winner again. Remember, in just a short period of time, I made the United States of America the hottest country anywhere in the world 1 year ago. Today, it was dead. Good luck. This is, of course, getting received very warmly by the internet. President Trump calls out Cracker Barrel, says they need to go back to their old logo. We live in some wild times. The President Trump statement on Cracker Barrel, of course, is the most viral thing on the internet right now. President Trump calls out Cracker Barrel, says they should go back to their old logo. We live in some wild times. They'll get $1 billion of free PR if they do this. Yeah, I mean, they're like, listen, if they did this, and if they move swifter than Bud Light did, right? They stop with the denialism and just like go in and say, hey, we messed up. We're so sorry. Uncle Herschel is back. We won't be doing anything. We won't be changing anything. In fact, we're going to like triple and double down on the things that you love the most about Cracker Barrel. Extra gravy for everyone, extra syrup for everyone, extra pegboards for everybody. And we're actually going to now be buying all of the antiques and shoving them in every single chair. It's like, everyone gets a biscuit. We'll deliver it to every American household, 330 million Americans. You'll all get free biscuits. Like if they did that, this would be a massive win. Congrats to Cracker Barrel on getting the most powerful man on earth to trash your garbage attempt at rebranding, something that didn't even need to be fixed. Cracker Barrel should go back to the old logo, admit the mistakes that they made based on customer poll, and manage the company better than ever before. All right. They've gone from talking about the Epstein files to Cracker Barrel. The media cycle is really something else. It's real, ladies and gentlemen. Cracker Barrel should go back to the old logo, admit they made a mistake on customer response. You just have to play it back to back. You just have to play it back.
Feedback's been overwhelmingly positive that
the feedback has not been overwhelmingly positive.
Okay, so the CEO said that managers in some of the stores in like Florida and stuff like that, some of the stores has been I've never seen the inside of it, but the Cracker Barrels out there have been remodeled. So they've been remodeled. It's had to be something modern about it. So if that's the case, right, I think doing it, keeping it subtle the way that you've been doing it with just remodeling the stores, not announcing stuff, just remodeling the stores. Like if you want to put self-checkout over there by the section where all the chains and whatever stuff you might got in there, antique stuff, whatever, put a little self-checkout section in there and try to make it look old with maybe the old man holding the self-checkout. I don't know. Maybe something, just some idea. If you just want to try to keep it modern, but also have it, looking how it usually look, somebody, an architect or somebody would do a 3D render or something. Somebody would come up with an idea. AI, maybe somebody. But just keeping it subtle and then just making changes would have been the best thing instead of just overnight a change, in my opinion. And you would have never went through this stuff. Same thing with Budweiser. I mean, I don't drink beer and stuff like that, but at the same time, you just announcing stuff instead of just doing it. It's a recipe for disaster. It happens over and over. Target with DEI. Target announcing they no longer doing DEI. Why are you announcing it? Just do it. And I'm not saying even if it's just negative stuff or positive. I mean, with positive stuff, I don't know. Maybe because they probably thought this was positive. In my opinion, they probably thought it was positive. That's why they announced it. But with certain stuff with rebranding or very important stuff that's attached to your brand, like maybe DEI and Target, you should maybe just keep it on the low and don't announce it and just do it,
What is wrong with these people? What world do they live in? They live in this like insulated little bubble. That's the problem. They only talk to the people on the Upper East and Upper West side, which are the only people that they care about. The ladies like that ladies like this have never even eaten at a Cracker Barrel. Does this look like the woman who grew up eating at a Cracker Barrel? Of course not. No. And that's ultimately the problem. An absolute and total disconnect with their customer base. Same thing with Bud Light. Exact same thing with Jaguar. Exact same thing with all these companies. It's always the same thing. The people who are running the companies don't use the products. They don't care about the customers. They hate the customers, actually. President Trump is calling on Cracker Barrel to admit they made a mistake and go back to the old logo. It's a wonderful thing to see. It's been revealed that Cracker Barrel spent $700 million on their rebranding just to lose hundreds of millions of dollars in stock value. Will they ever recover? Goodness gracious. So they are going to, I don't know. Is it going to continue on as a business? I'm not sure. Cracker Barrel shares up more than 5% after Trump comments. Great advice from President Trump. Unfortunately, for Cracker Barrel lovers like myself, I'm afraid that the leadership team is far too dumb or woke to listen to him in their rights or wrongs. Cracker Barrel is being destroyed by fools. When a genuine branding genius like Trump tells you to stop with your loser marketing campaign, it's probably idea just to do what he says. Cracker Barrel won't listen, though. The management team is arrogant and hates their own customers and their values. They're going to ignore Trump and continue driving the business into the ground. Very, very sad. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's the Fox News report on how Cracker Barrel spent $700 million to destroy themselves, to go from this, which everyone loved, to this, which literally no one loves, and even Denny's is making fun of you. Here you go.
But even the apology is getting backlash. Cracker Barrel spending $700 million on a rebranding plan that they say will turn the product from old rustic to perhaps more modern streamlined. Customers. So after a week's worth of backlash, the Tennessee-based company did put out an apology statement of sorts, which said, in part, quote, "We know we won't always get everything right the first time, but we'll keep testing, learning, and listening to our guests and employees. But the mea culpa, well, it didn't go down that well. Critics called it lame, and social media lit up with comments like these, quote, "You kicked Uncle Herschel to the curb. Now you are paying the price. Own it and stop making excuses."
But just like any other company, you go rogue, you go woke, you go broke. But it always depends on who's supporting you. You get what I'm saying? If woke people supporting you, I mean, you ain't gonna go broke. Like Elon Musk, woke people support him, and he ain't go broke. It ain't until you start supporting the other kind. Shoot, you go conservative, you go broke. So if you like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, what's good, people? This is KM.Little right here. Thank you for watching this video. In this clip right here, I am showing you my different YouTube channels. They are in the link in the description. If you like this video, I'm pretty sure you will love my other channels. Also, thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, and we out.